Alright guys, in this video we are going to discuss about TVS Lab quarterly results. So many of you probably know that we have already invested in TVS Lab. Those who are new in this channel, I would tell you in upfront that we have investment in TVS Lab. In fact, we share our complete portfolio online. If you have not checked our portfolio update, you can check it from the playlist over here. Now, this is the portfolio that you can see it online. You can see that TVS Lab is a part of that, and you can see the kind of fall that has happened in the TVS Lab. So right now, 30% fall portfolio that we are having. And if we just see the chart pattern, this is how the chart pattern look like. Right now, those who are checking for the first time our video, we have been investing in this portfolio for a while, around last 2 years. And that time we have made the investment in TVS Lab. So if you just see here, this is the TVS Lab margin that you have seen. So we kind of started investing from January 2021. And so those who are following TVS Lab for a while, you probably know that during the COVID, they have had a huge profit jumped up because of one-off molecule. Operating profit margin in this year went to 41%, and then next year is even more, which is 43%. So what is happening right now, it is coming back to the mean. So from 41 to 43%, it has fallen to 30%. This was the premise that we have seen that share price has actually taken a quite a hit here. And with that, our portfolio has also gone down. I think during this time we have invested where the operating profit margin was higher. And after that, you have seen that quite a correction that we have seen here. So this is the zone where the maximum correction has happened. There is a little bit of investment we have made it over here also. But after that, we have stopped investing because every portfolio should have a weighting. Just because the share price is falling, that doesn't mean that we have to go and accumulate more and more stocks. Because when the portfolio weightage becomes excessively higher in one particular stock, that actually brings a downfall of the portfolio. And we do not want to have a portion in one particular stock. So that's why we have not kept investing more and more in this position. If we just see that recently what has happened is this line that you see, this is your 200 days moving average. The stock has been trading mostly below the 200 days moving average, and recently, just the last month, we have seen a little bit of jump here, and then it tried to gain up and trying to touch the 200 days moving average, but just a day before the result, this share price actually fallen a little bit from 3200, 3300 to almost it has fallen to 3000 level. So that was the premise of TVS Lab. Now we will see the quarterly results. So I think the recent time the market was expecting that the profit margin will go better and a little bit of recovery will come, because in the last quarter, the company has alluded that there are several good things will come up. The con call, the management has mentioned that most of the pain that has happened is over. So from now on, the things will improve. So that's what the management has said. So this is the quarterly result. In this quarterly result, what you see over here, this is the revenue that has happened for this quarter, Q4 FY23. This is the current quarter result that has come up today. And if you see the last quarter, which is quarter 3 FY23, this is just the previous quarter. So this is the current quarter, and this is the previous quarter, and this is the last year quarter, right? So if we just see the revenue on year-on-year basis, we see the revenue has fallen by 23%, and the expenses has gone up. So the revenue has fallen, expenses has gone up, hence the profit margin will take a major hit. It has gone down by 64% year on year. Yes, it's a huge drop in the profit. So this is on year, and you can see that why the stock has reacted and the market has seen a bloodbath for the stock. So this is on year. Now we have to remember something when we are checking year on year. In the last year, this quarter, still they have a lot revenue coming from the COVID. Now those revenue are completely off. So if that is the case, obviously in this quarter it will be falling. So year on year, terrible result, and a lot of things has been, I think, already been accounted in the share price also. Now let's see how the current result looks like, because in the last management call, the company's management has said that from the previous quarter things will go better on. So this is the previous quarter and this is the current quarter. So if we see just on the quarter on quarter, you can see the report here. You can see the quarter on quarter, they have 14% increase in revenue, and the expenses have not gone up. So even though the revenue has gone up by 14%, the expenses has gone up only by 12%. So you can see that is a small gap, and the PAT has gone up by 4%. So clearly on quarterly basis, we can see some improvement coming up, but how the market is going to take care of that, probably we'll come to know when the market opens. Now, there is something else that we have to check it. Like we can see that in this quarter, the raw material. So here's the raw material that you see for all this quarter. So for this quarter, the raw material in the percentage of the revenue is 41%. When we compare it with last couple of quarters, you can see the RM price, the raw material price was probably in the range of 35 to 36. So obviously in this quarter, we can see little bit of hike in the raw material price. The employee cost, if you see here for Divi's Lab, historically it remains to 12 to 14%. But in the last last year, the same quarter, we have seen it only 10%. So what has happened even in the last year, same quarter, the operating leverage actually played out because their fixed cost remains same. They had sold more and more volume. So that means with the fixed cost, more and more revenue when it has been sold, obviously the profit will go up and the employee cost is a percentage of the total revenue will fall. So that's what we have seen here. The employee cost has gone down. So we see it has normalized, the employee cost totally coming back to the normal, and the raw material cost is a little bit up. So when we have the con call, we'll have a much better clarity why the raw material price is going up. But overall, we see what management has said in the last quarter. You can see a little bit of improvement, but whether this improvement is expected or as per the estimate of the market, that will decide what will happen when the market will open. So I hope that gives you some level of clarity on the Divi's Lab and how we are thinking. Now, obviously, the results looks a little bit better than the last quarter. And Divi's Lab, those who are invested with a long-term horizon, you can understand it's a really long-term game because there are a lot more traction is happening in the space. Obviously, the market is going to grow very significantly, and being a very clean track record in this space, Divi's Lab is obviously going to have a lot better business to actually going ahead. So as of now, we don't see any big concern with this business. We continue to hold this business and no worries at all. So that's all for today. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.